Put this link up here. There we go. Let's see if I can. There we go. I started and everything. What's happening? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Yeah, should be on. Evening, Dan. Bring my camera down a little bit. There we go. What's up, Henry? How you doing? It's Tuesday. Oh, there's Dan. Or Don, sorry.
Dan the man.
Yeah.
Dan the man. How's it going, man?
How you doing?
I missed you last week.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. Forgot.
You're my Tuesday nights, buddy.
Yeah, I was sick.
That's all right. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Just don't
still
do
got
it.
It's freaking allergies, man.
Man, I feel bad for everybody. Well, not really. I don't get allergies. I don't tend to get sick.
Right.
Just the shits once in a while, but that's usually on
right. Yeah. When you eat too much hot sauce.
No, hot sauce don't do it for me. It's never bothered me. I can say I need a dozen wings and it don't bother me. It's
right.
People say it's as hot going out as it does coming in, but it not for me. I'm lucky that way, I guess.
What's up, Jeff? Henry said he's doing good. Vacation week. Heck yeah. Yeah, I took the day off. I was helping Hunter get on the road. He just checked in. He's stopping somewhere in Western Illinois. I can't remember what city, but almost into wherever. I was just looking at the map, but I can't remember what city it was called. But said the storm. He drove through the weather the whole way. He's wore out. So we had some nasty storms earlier, but
yeah, we're supposed to get overnight.
We got a visitor.
Another idiot.
Yeah, Luna, what are you doing? Yeah, she's an asshole.
I haven't met a cat that's not an idiot.
They're just high strung, dude. She's an inside cat, and she all the time wants to go outside. But literally, hey Jackie, hey Wendy, hey Tom, hey Dan. She darts outside and then she just freaks out like I can't be out here. I can't be out here. So I have that little tiny window up there open. I don't know if you saw that little vent, so I could listen for the oh, here we go. What's up, Travis?
What's up?
What's up, Jeff Rowe?
Yeah.
The Mopar Ford garage. Hell yeah. We'll get you a GM.
Yeah, it's a little bipolar in this place tonight.
You'll be the big three garage, Travis.
There we go.
He is.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Then you get a Mustang with an LS in it. Just to screw with everybody's head.
There you go. Yeah, just don't do a Mopar with an LS. You'll have death threats put out against you.
Oh yeah.
You know better than that shit.
Well, you know, there was that D150. The guy put an LS in and went on nitrous and was running like 9 seconds with it.
Yeah, because he had so many people chasing him, he had to go fast.
But the coolest thing about the truck is I want to do one is he routed the nitrous up through the ram head, and the nitrous purge came out the nostrils of the ram head.
That's cool.
Oh, that's kind of
neat. That was the coolest thing about the truck, but yeah, he was getting death threats. I don't know whatever happened to that truck.
Hey, and
the long wheelbase.
It probably got burnt.
Yeah.
When I had my Fox body, I ran my purge up through the antenna hole. The antenna was snapped off, so I drilled it out and stuck the purge line right in that little, the little square that bolts it down.
Right.
Like, this is my antenna.
Nice.
That's good a place as any.
Yeah. Most guys, run it kind of almost in the windshield washer squirter, but I actually had eliminated that. I filled that all in, Dad.
You should just ran it to your helmet.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, make for a fun ride.
What's he laughing
about 8 miles start echoing in there.
What the hell is he laughing about, man?
Laughing his
Light this
asshole.
tree already.
Stopped middle of the track and did donuts. Who is this crazy guy?
Tom said he had hail. Yeah, he's around Columbus, I think. Hunter's stopping, I think, over near you, Jeff. I can't remember what town he said. It's right on the western edge of Illinois.
Hmm.
Uh,
Like
Davenport.
Davenport. Well, that's
Yeah.
Davenport, Iowa. There's Cordova.
Okay.
Yeah, I know exactly where he's at. He's just a few hours away.
Yeah, he's right there.
Well, he's right there, then really close to Cordova Drag Strip.
Oh, okay.
Dragway.
Got
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
No, what
Over
school
there.
is he going to, Jeff?
Oh,
Or
Oh, you mean
Jason?
me?
Yeah.
He went to Hobart Welding Academy here in it's up north of me in Troy, Ohio. He's
Mhm.
going to Wyoming to work for do his journeymanship with Caterpillar, working on mining equipment. And
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
thought maybe he was going to Wyotech or something.
No, but my nephew, who is exactly the same age as him, is at Wyotech. So yeah, they live
good for
over
him.
in near Indy, and yeah, he went to Wyotech, so he's still there actually. So
Yeah, I had a couple friends that graduated from Wyotech, and
mhm.
one of them, they opened a shop together here in Memphis, and then he went on, and he's actually on a drift team now,
Oh, cool. Hey,
and he
Ken, what's
lives in
up, brother?
Japan.
Wonder if I can get 1,000 plus. So yeah, you can get it. I got it.
The way my videos are going lately, I don't know if I can get 1,000.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Ken
It's
and I were talking about something earlier.
it's really strange right now because my because I'm monetized. Not that I make fucking anything. I make like $8 a month, but my CPM has fucking dropped from like $12 to $4. Like since I started putting out like my shorts have been doing, and you don't get paid for shorts, and
Right.
they've been doing pretty good. And it's like all of a sudden my CPMs is do, which like I said, I really don't care. I know I'm not ever going to be able to make a living off this, but But anyway, hey Ken.
It's weird because like I'll get 100, 200 views a video, right?
That's
And I know
about average.
I know they always say like titles matter, like how to or this. I was not going to do this, and it was all the bullshit garbage that, like, when all the Valve stuff was just going south, and I
Yeah.
just threw a video together, and I just said the Valve video I didn't want to make.
Yeah.
1,300 views or something
Yep.
like that, like
Yeah.
in a day.
If you put in the title a mystery or a question, which is what you did,
Yeah.
people are more apt to look at it. Like, don't watch this video. It'll do stupid shit. I did that tornado cam video. I did it years ago because we had the tornado here in 2019, and that's when I first started my channel. And I put it on there like Dayton, Ohio, Memorial Day, tornado, blah blah blah. Crickets. A year later, in the fall, actually a year and a half later, I put "Don't watch this video," and it just went boom. So
Wow.
it's, but you can't tell. Like you
I
think
know.
you figure out the rhythm, and then it's like they're like, ha, hold my beer, I'll show you this.
Well,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Frozen
Just keep-
start, it like leveled out at like 21,
Mhm.
and then I decided to put in there like hashtag will it start and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Will it
And
run?
it's starting to take off again.
Yep. It's just so many. I feel like the type of videos that I do, especially like at my work, there's so many guys out there putting out just, a generic, like, how to do an oil change or how to do a brake job. Like, how many freaking guys are putting videos out there? Seriously,
Right.
And then I get these emails from these coaches, and they're like, "Hey, we checked out your channel. It's doing pretty good, but you should do this video or you should do that." I'm like, you look at the competition, and there's just millions. I'm not shitting you, of millions of those videos. It's like, I don't care to do that.
Yeah.
Troy Harmon, the Hobart Arena. Yes, he went to Hobart Welding School. Yeah. Ken, are you going to have time to get in here? I got some electrical questions to ask you about this LS engine. If not, if you can email me or I can call you or something. I've been on that whole wiring, what computer I want to use shit all day today because I've been worried about Hunter all day. Hey Doc, how you doing, brother? But
Dr. Art.
Dr. Art, in the house.
Good
Yes, he
evening,
is.
Dr.
But
Art.
Ken, but also Ken, if he's still in here, like his videos are actually pretty good. He's really good
Yeah.
and with the
Oh, yeah.
camera and his voice.
Well, that
and,
yeah,
you know.
that LS 300 is just.
There's one
That's
other guy
insane.
doing it.
I
and
know,
and
I
he's
know.
about this much ahead of him. But
Ken will pass him.
yeah, I think it'd be just great.
Well, I finally got my floor pan in today.
Oh, cool.
For
Oh yeah, I
Copperhead.
saw that earlier from LMC. Yeah, yep. I
Yeah.
watched that a little bit ago.
I got head gaskets, Travis.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
I got a starter and some starter bolts. Hey,
But-
it's the little things.
Bear
all
Rose
helps.
gave me some information on how to get that number. Was it the number 4 spark plug or number 5 spark plug out of the 302?
Yeah. Did he say?
Cutting down a socket and everything like that.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna try and
notch
do
the
that.
socket, and I had one on my Mustang that was real tight, and back then it was when I was buying tools off the tool truck. They came out with a set that was slotted like that, and then you could just put a box end wrench on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had one just like that. It was on the other side because those force backwards. Yeah, the one on the other side that because it faces forwards, the very back one. There's just the tubes. I mean, you got more room in that car than I had.
Yeah.
And it was tight, super tight.
Well, what I'm probably gonna end up doing is I got to order new bolts because all the bolts were hand tight, all the header bolts.
Yeah.
So I've lost a few of them. So
Okay.
I ordered another set of bolts and I got some new header gaskets. So I'm gonna pull the headers. I'm gonna pull change the plugs out real quick while I got the headers off, and then put the headers back on with the new bolts.
Yeah.
Probably be the easiest way to do it.
Definitely. What's up, Ken?
Hey guys.
What's up, Cletus?
Oh, okay.
William Sanders, Buck.
You're not even paying attention.
What? I'm not paying attention now.
I'm saying I'm
poor.
sitting here not even paying attention.
No.
Oh, it's been a long day.
Yeah, I'm tired today.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long day.
Not here trying to break my wheelbarrow all day.
I try to break my broom. I just lean on it. Get nothing done. Anyway, Ken,
I'm on my phone, so like,
okay,
it's all echoey and like
it's all real. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's real weird
Yeah.
because we like to talk over each other, so you know how we are. So what's up, Shop Cat? I started doing the wiring on that engine Saturday. And
Yeah.
I've got the red blue computer, and I started cutting the transmission harness out of it because I'm not using an electronic
Right.
transmission. Well, then I realized that it's the blue green harness.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that's for the drive with cable.
So
I know I can go. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So you have a red blue ECU with a
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have you are probably going to have to repin a couple things.
Well, I'm not going to use that harness. I'll buy an aftermarket red blue. But
Dude.
my question, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, if you're doing this budget,
Mhm.
right, I would go to the yard and find the right harness and just pull it, and you can hook it up with 3 wires.
Daddy, I don't have a stuffed animal
Go.
to sleep with.
All right, guys, give me a minute. I got.
You're good, man. You're good. You're good. Yeah. So we were speaking of stuffed animals. We're in Hunter's room after he leaves, and we're like, well, he's got his TV in here, and we probably give a lot of this stuff to our grandkids, like his gaming console and all that shit. And I look up on top, and we bought him this stuffed puppy, when he was probably a year old. He called it Little Bip. He left that puppy here. And I'm like, so when he called me earlier, I said, hey, you left Little Bip here. He's like, I know. He's like, there's a bunch of stuff I want you to mail to me. And he rattled off a bunch of shit, But his mom was sad. She was like, he forgot Little Bip,
I'll be back. I got a
All right,
leaking pipe.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Leaking pipe.
Not my pipe. Upstairs in the bathroom pipe. I'll be right back.
Mine leaks all the time.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Hopefully he's
shit.
got
Leave him in the bathroom.
Yeah, stuffed animal definitely is necessary. Hey, Shop Cat.
We have an emergency here too, so I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Look me out.
Yeah. Is the we got any cracks in the It's like, luckily the storm went through here, and the only thing here is me and the dogs and shithead up here. She's watching us. She's probably watching. There's a cat that comes around. He's like the neighborhood cat, but
How many neighborhood cats do you want? I got plenty.
Oh, jeez, no.
I walked out on a porch this morning, and this cat took off over the rail and down. I about hit myself. It's
Yeah.
like, I'll have to remember that in the morning.
Yeah, we had Hunter's graduation going away party 2 weekends ago, and we were all out there around the fire, and he had already passed out. And then all of a sudden, it was like I felt something rub against me. I'm like, what the hell? I thought I put the dogs in the house. This big old fluffy, like long haired, like Maine Coon, just rubbing on me, and I was like, oh God, not another one. You know.
Following you home.
Right.
Jason, if you need more cats, I can send them to you. I'll FedEx them.
No, I'm great. I'm fine. I really am.
In Tupperware, I'll do it in Tupperware.
That way they got fresh air.
Exactly. I won't poke any holes in them so they won't get contaminated.
Wow.
Ken said I'm sorry, Dr. Ari says they're not that great. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think my other question, Art, was I was looking at those micro squirts and the mega squirts. They're like you can tune them, and they're you got to wire them up. I know, which is not a problem for me. But I was looking at those too. But I was like, if anybody had any experience with them, but I think I'm just gonna do like you guys said, just go to the wrecking yard and get another harness and just be done with it.
Yeah, well, I've heard a lot of good things with the mega squirt stuff.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was looking at was that micro squirt and the mega squirt was like, well, because they're pretty tunable,
Right.
But they don't use the idle air control. They don't use the cam sensor. They don't use, so I'm like, I don't know if I was just wondering if anybody had dealt with those,
All right, Jason, do you want my 2 cents now that I've averted the stuffed animal emergency?
Did you hear my story about the stuffed animal?
No, I didn't.
So Hunter left this morning to go to Wyoming.
Yeah.
My son, and we bought him this puppy, stuffed animal, and he was like a year old. He calls it Little Bip instead of Little Bit because he talked funny when he was a kid. So me and his mom standing in a room up there before she went to work today, and we're like, oh, we'll give we're going to just figure out who we're going to give. Like grandkids are going to get all of his shit, And all of a sudden she gets all like, she gets all boohooing and starts tearing up. I'm like, what? She was like, she points to the shelf. She was like, he forgot Little Bip. So as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I remember those days. So yeah, he's our baby.
All right. So
yeah, but go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
All right. So 2 cents on what to do for harness. Okay. If you can get a harness out of the yard, that's the way I'd go.
Okay.
as
There's
long as it's not cut.
For you,
As long as it's not cut. They hook up with like 3 wires. You only need 1/3 of the actual box that like is attached to the harness.
Yeah.
All the rest of that sort of stuff inside the cab, you don't need any of that.
Yeah, I've done a lot of research about that. Hooking the wires up and making a little fuse box.
Right. Now, if you want to buy, no, you don't even need to do any of that. You literally just need the stock harness and you plug and the fuse box that comes in like whatever vehicle it is, and it's 3-wire hookup, and she'll run.
Okay.
If you want to buy a harness, get you one of the Chinese harness. They're like they're the cheapest ones, but they work. Like, it's not rocket science, right? If you want to buy a harness, and they're cleaner, because you don't got all the extra shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, as for have you decided how you're going to tune it yet?
No. Well, my son-in-law has the they do all those truck, diesels and hot rods and stuff at his shop. I don't know what tuning software they have, but he said he's going to do it for me. So
Okay.
yeah,
So that you got that part ironed out.
yeah.
The best source of info for that, like for what you're doing, I'd look like I'm sure you watch Driveway Engineer, right?
Yeah. And I went to that lt1.com, lt1swap.com.
Yeah.
Shitloads of wiring diagrams and stuff. So
Yeah.
and
Like
that's when I realized I had the wrong harness. I was like, fuck.
yeah. So the thing about the LS stuff is it's super flexible. You could put the LS computer on a 318 and it little tuning and they work like
Okay.
it's really
So it's a
simple.
good computer then, the one I have.
Yeah, like
Okay.
like once you get like
Hey,
deep
Dizzy,
into
Izzy.
it, you'll have to so the computers, they get better as the years go on and they can fit more functions into them.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, there's one ECU that can do a 2-bar map, it can do real-time tuning, and it can do E85.
Okay.
But then some of them you can only get 2 of the 3.
Mm-hmm. I think the one I have is the one that's 2 of the 3. It's the 411 or whatever it is.
That
the
one's
driveway
not
guy.
bad. Yeah, that one's not bad.
Yeah, that's the one that the driveway engineer guy, he really likes because it's kind of in between all of them.
Yeah, but Matt over on Sloppy has a really good video explaining which ECU can do what.
The Sloppy Mechanics one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I think I've watched some of his
like the one that does real time E85 and a 2-bar should be playing for just about anything because 2-bar is 15 pounds a boost, and that's doubling whatever you're making NA. So that's a good amount of power.
Yeah. I thought a bar was atmosphere.
Yeah, one bar
atmosphere
and atmosphere is 14.7 pounds.
Right.
And then 2-bar is 14.7 pounds on top of atmosphere. So it's essentially 15 pounds of boost is 2-bar.
Oh, okay. I understand it better now.
Yeah.
Dizzy, as he said, the Brotherhood of the Wrench is strong in this group. Yes, Padawan. I just, like I said, if I had to work on it and it was a stock car, it's no problem. I do all that diagnostic work. But when it comes to modifying something, I'm just like,
Like everybody.
I want to do it. I mean,
I'm gonna have to go beat some kids, I swear. But like I when you get the okay, so people have gone really, really fast in the stock ECU.
Okay.
Like really, really fast.
So I should just stick with that and be done with it. I mean, that's
where
money wise.
Yeah, like what happens is though is when you need more features on top of that. So when you want to start doing when you want to get where you can get a boost controller and start setting up stuff like boost by time or boost by speed or boost by RPM, and you want to do like all these wacky tables and
if I do any power,
that's when a Holly really starts to shine.
Yeah.
If I do any power outage, it's just going to be nitrous, so I'm not really worried about.
Then you'll probably be fine.
Probably just had to knock of it.
My buddy on his Super, he's got one of those mega squirts, and it's got a fuel pump that can test the fuel, so you can run 93 or E85, and you don't have to program nothing. Once it senses the fuel going through it, it changes the whole map to the other fuel.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, like the stock LS stuff, if you get the right one, they'll do flex, which is what I mean when I say E85.
Yep.
And you can put a content sensor in, and
you
it'll
put the sensor in the line.
Yeah, that's how I got mine set up.
I've actually had to work on those before. Yeah, when those go bad, it freaks out the air fuel ratio and pisses it off. But yeah, so yeah, I just needed somebody to tell me to quit being an idiot and just keep at
No,
what I was
like
going at.
don't overthink it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
don't
what I was
overthink
doing.
it. Like, if the harnesses are like 20 years old when you pull them out of the yard,
And this
right?
one that
That
I
is
had was pretty
that is
ratty.
something to think about.
Yeah.
And the Chinese ones, like there's like the guys that sell new harness in the States are just buying them from China and then upcharging them.
Right.
It's the same harness.
Okay.
So there's really no reason not to buy one. And you can go like even if something is pinned wrong by chance, it doesn't take much to repin stuff.
Right. And that there was another guy that I was watching the other day. He has a video like, hey, before you hook this up, check, just continuity check each pin, and make sure it's coincides with where it goes, because he had one that like the ground was backwards on one of the sensors, and it burned up a hack motor or something. I don't remember what it was, and so yeah. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to stay with.
I gotta go.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Later, Ken.
Appreciate you, Ken. Yeah, they might be messed with at the yard, right? What's happening, Barrows? He got a new name.
Hey, Barrows. Ford suck. That's for you. Ford suck.
This is why I suck.
He'll probably agree with you.
Well, no, because he commented on one of my videos, and at the very bottom he says, "Now that you own a Ford, you can actually look at the camera and say Ford sucks."
Ford suck. Yes. Yeah.
No, it's legit.
Yeah, I own one. You can say it now, Travis. Did you see his video about why they suck? Where all the casting numbers are all mixed up.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
I've seen that.
Oh, I've ran into that. Well, I bet your engine's probably a Frankenstein engine,
Oh, yeah. And I was talking to a guy on Facebook today. I was saying I got to find one of those pointers,
Mm-hmm.
for the timing.
Right.
It's like, oh no, it's up there at about 11 o'clock. You really can't see it. I went and stood on my head almost trying to see up underneath the alternator. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you would see it, believe me, especially being the later model block. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there, so I'm gonna have to find one. I don't know. I guess I could maybe get an aftermarket one off Summit or eBay or something.
Yeah, they have them like Summit and Jags, all of them, and they even have some that are fancy that you can adjust a little bit in them to get exactly top
perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Well, and I was watching Uncle Tony's just before I came on here, and he was doing a thing on spark plug wires.
Yes.
On how if they cross or twist or whatever, they can cause a misfire.
Mm-hmm.
Or if
they can crossfire, yeah.
Or if they're not crimped right. Well, because I have a dead miss when I'm accelerating in that truck. And the spark plug wires, if you've seen the videos, they're just kind of mashed onto the thing.
You probably got one of them is probably leaking, and when it gets under a load, a trick I used to do, take a squirt bottle, just water in it, and just spray it down, and then get in and kind of power break it. And it'll really get pissed off if you've got a leak in one of the wires. It'll really start. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to straighten out the wires and stuff. And
now we just cheat and go in the data stream, and it tells you where the miss is,
Right.
But the old school way was.
See, and I ran across they make us coil near plugs setup for that car, for that engine.
They do. Yeah, they make a conversion. I've seen a lot of this stuff where they use the LS coils for anything anymore, like the old.
Yeah, and you just get. You get basically a distributor that's just a cam sensor.
Just a cam sync, yeah. Yep.
And then you just run your wires out to the coil packs.
Yep.
That might be something at a later time. Because eventually I might go ahead and buy one of those 347 strokers, straight motors, and do something like that later on.
Those little Ford strokers are really surprising. Jeff said he hates plumbing.
If I get 500 horsepower of that little truck, it's going to be a handful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll be nuts. I'm actually getting ready to, a friend of mine, I don't know if you probably didn't see this video. I rebuilt a Stroker 351 Windsor over the winter. This friend of mine. Well, he has a 347 that he broke. So I'm going to be probably here in the next month or so. I'll be tearing that down and going through it. So, and they're pretty cool. I mean, you got to notch the block for the rods and stuff. Well, if you buy a crate, it's a done deal.
Yeah, it's already done. But you can get one for about $7,000. They're claiming 415 horsepower.
Right. And then they got this crazy thing. It's like a 366. It's a tall deck 302 that they do now. And those things make crazy power. And it's still a little small package.
Yeah.
It's still smaller than what we call a Windsor block. They're all Windsor blocks or small blocks, but the 351, it's still shorter than that deck. And yeah, it's nuts. So,
well, I was looking at the 351 strokers, and they're going up to 460 now with them.
Yeah, Man of War blocks are the Merlin blocks. I did one. It was it ended up being like 396 cubic inches. And man, I'll tell you what, you want to talk about putting you in the seat. That thing's 60 footed, like in the low 140s. And it was torque monster.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say with that big old long stroke in it. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah, the cranks are real heavy in them. They got 3-inch main journals. But yeah, I love those 351 Windsor engines. They were they were built for truck. That's what they were, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what my buddy Brian's been trying to talk me into. It's like, yeah, instead of doing a 347, get a 351 and stroke it.
You probably got room in there for it. But you got to change the freaking headers, and you got to get a different intake. And believe me, I've been there, done that. And see, back when I did it with the Fox bodies, there was no support for that. So I had to take an old set of, luckily I worked in a muffler shop at the time when I was a kid. I took an old set of 302 headers and just started from scratch, made my own. I had to make my own motor mounts. And I mean, it was fun, you know. 79 to 82 Mustangs. Yeah, they all look the same. You're right. Yeah, the wiring was different. There's one difference I know I can tell you about those Mustangs is where the door handle is on the inside from a 79 to a 1980. Yeah, 408. A Cleveland will bolt right in. Maybe.
I could put a Cobra jet in there if I wanted to, just depending on how much welding I wanted to do.
Yeah. You got a lot of room in that little truck. I was surprised when I looked, I was watching that video. I'm like, damn.
Well, it's better than building a ship in a bottle.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now, man. That S10 is tight. I've had to cut more.
My uncle told me there's no way to pull the motor and tranny out of this Valiant. If I were to swap something, I got to pull the motor and then I got to build it inside.
I think once the front end's back on the S10, I won't be able to pull the drivetrain out on one hunk. No way. I don't think I'd have enough angle to get it in.
Probably not.
Get those on the thing.
They are pretty tight because I did that square body Blazer back in the day.
Yeah.
And we left the fender wells out so we get to the spark plugs.
Yeah, I'm not putting the fender wells back in this one for sure, but yeah, it's tight. Eventually, I want to build some fender exit headers for it. I think but not right now. Maybe next winter when I've got some free time to just fart with it. I got to get it running. I'm behind the freaking ball as it is,
Where's John Wilburn? How many more days?
149.
49.
Yeah, Dan. 79 is the only one that had the low handle. In 1980, it went to the top because that's what I have as an 80. But I got doors off of a 79. I'm like, what the fuck? Door handle's in the wrong spot, and that's when I had a roll bar in it, and literally that handle was right where the door bar was. I'm like, I can't even open the door with this door on here, and I had to. Of course, my dad came over. He's an old body man. He was like, "Oh, we'll just switch it all around." It was fun though. Yeah, the 302 has tons of support.
Yeah, that's a good thing about them.
They're really close to a small block Chevy nowadays. I mean, they're just dime a dozen for parts for them.
Oh yeah, and the cool thing is I was watching some other videos. And heck, with that little 3-inch stroke in there, you can rev them to 8,000.
Yeah,
with no problem.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's why the 289 was such a good engine. It had a 2.78 inch stroke. Yeah, 4-inch bore and a 2 7/8 stroke. That sucker was a madhouse. Wheel well exit through the fender. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do eventually.
Yeah, I like playing with it. I got those front fender exits on a button.
Oh,
I can flip them back and forth.
Yeah, Barrows has got a good point. There are 2 different linked distributors for those 302s. I do remember that. Yeah. Levi's at 318. Nice.
Ooh. Go on, catch up. I'm at 570. Catch up.
Yeah, it won't be long.
I hit 500 and then it's just been like slowly creeping up.
Yeah.
It ain't going hardly nowhere.
And then you'll get to 1,000 and it'll just sit, and then you'll get to 2,000 like a year later. You know, and then I got to 2,200 and then they took away 60 of them.
60.
Yeah, like last month. Yeah, I've got back. I just looked. How many have I got back? I've gotten back 20. Yeah. 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 I don't know what the hell. It had to have been old subscribers or something, or inactive.
Yeah, because I had a hard stop there at like 420, 430, right in that area. For like 2 weeks, I couldn't get a single sub.
It messes with you for sure. And then a lot of these guys, like my brother, I think he's only got like 100, and he just can't. But he's not putting out any videos either. I keep telling him, like, you have got to put out some videos. If you don't got anything to watch, you ain't gonna get no subscribers.
Right. I've been just putting out whatever I can lately.
Tom says those 60 are fact checkers.
I'm up to 25.
Good for you. Good.
And I'm not even trying. I'll put out a Star Wars video and go to $2,000 and just slam everybody.
Hey, whatever it takes, dude. Just put it out there.
Junkyard Jets did 500 in a day.
They were up to almost 1,000 today. I looked. I'm like, this is
bullshit. Were there?
Yeah, I bet they're over 1,000 by now.
Yeah.
I'm almost glad I'm not in this I won't say it's a competition, but everybody's striving.
Yeah. Well,
I wish everybody luck. That's like, man, there's so many of these good channels. I can't keep up with the videos anymore. But I try.
Ken says they're going tons right now. Hope to get 400. Yeah, you'll be fine.
And it takes about 3 or 4 days to realize that
they're over 1,300. Jeff says.
Dang.
Yeah. And I've been doing this for 3 years, and I have like 2,160. I bet they'll be there by the end of the week. Yeah.
9 years. I'm going on 10.
Yeah. Well, but we weren't serious about it. Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't serious about it until 2020, late 2020. But still, it's like I've got like fucking 400 videos out.
Yeah. I mean, I like Austin and them. I do. They're good guys.
Oh yeah, they're great guys.
But it's just like it almost seems unfair to everybody.
They've got daddy's money.
Yeah, because they got launched by Tony.
Yeah, they got daddy's money, just like their channel says.
Right. I was giving Austin shit today. I was texting him today, giving him shit.
Yeah.
About getting daddy's money and daddy's subscribers.
Yeah, exactly.
I told him, I said, well, are you all going to start calling him Daddy Tony now instead of Uncle Tony?
Tony Daddy.
Tony Daddy.
Just so they don't call him Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
They'd have to be from Arkansas, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that was wrong.
Tom says he's on focus.
Austin's cool. Wendy likes pudding pop.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a cool guy. I mean,
they're really good on camera, and I mean they're doing a great job. I think it's awesome.
John, I mean, when you meet him in person, John is exactly how he is on camera. He's just all over the place and kind of in his own head. I think he's he's probably got a really, really high IQ.
Oh yeah.
And he's always thinking in his head. And then he'll say something that kind of sound like, and it'll confuse you, and it almost sounds like he's stupid. But then you think about it, oh well, I got to reverse this because he's thinking ahead of what he's talking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm glad I don't have that problem.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that.
No, I'm an idiot. So
I got shit up here that comes out that shouldn't come out.
Look at me. I'm just the number one spectator over here in the cheering section.
We're gonna get him a horn. Doot, doot. We'll get you an air horn. You can set up in the stands and boop.
I'll welcome everybody into the stands.
Yeah, one of those megaphones. Yeah, get them all. Make them do the wave and stuff.
I'll escort Brian Cabral to his chair.
Sweet.
I'll do that I'll even get a. Yep, I'm gonna wear some New Balance sneakers and some.
Yep, exactly.
Get me a straw hat.
Yeah.
I might be having a problem with my heating pad.
Polo shirt and shorts, khaki shorts.
Your heating pad's smoking.
Yeah, I'm gonna unplug that thing. Hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah, we don't need no fires.
Well, it's like musical chairs. It's down to you and me, Jason.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me give. Oh shit! I gotta put link up here for
the link up.
Yeah, for Ken. It went away. I had it. I started it.
All right, fire avoided. I got it unplugged.
Oh shit! I
was about to turn it back on. My back's killing me today.
Or give us some more heat.
Crank it up.
Yeah, see if it'll actually catch fire. I can sit here in my chair burning up. Make some good video, wouldn't it?
It would be a good video, yeah.
Something like that, go viral.
What's up, Ken?
I'm going to be nice about this. I'm going to try to be nice about this.
Oh.
For guys that don't get into any live chats, who I haven't seen actually work on the car in like months, and got 1,000+ subscribers in 2 days, man, it must be nice, huh?
Daddy's money, baby.
Daddy's money.
Daddy's money.
That fucking channel name pisses me off more than anything. I don't like it.
Well, but it's true if you think about it.
I can understand your beef.
Like all you guys I get to know because you guys hop in lives and we chat and we bullshit, and then when No Name rolls around, we're gonna build just bullshit just like we are now, right?
We're gonna actually know
these guys. I don't fucking know a thing about them. I'm gonna see him and it's gonna be like, like I don't care. I don't know you.
I can't.
I mean, if they keep going the way they are, they'll be at like 100,000 subscribers by the time No Name Nationals comes around.
Yeah, they'll have a fucking silver button by the time they get there.
Yeah, probably with 3 whole videos. Yeah.
Cletus said he's talking about me. Laugh out loud. Cletus is one of us. He's worked his ass off for eons.
Oh wow, okay. Redbeard's dad just messaged me. Well, he messaged me earlier today.
Yeah.
He's got a cam he wants to sell me.
Oh, cool.
For old Red.
For the 440?
Yeah. And I didn't know who he was, and then he just messaged me. He says,
"Thanks, Dizzy Izzy."
He says, "No problem. Just FYI, my son is Redbeard Racing 710.
Hunter just texted me.
Hey, Travis, you might know this one. What happened to the third guy that they were working with? Garrett or whatever his name is?
Garrett and his girlfriend. I don't know any of the specifics, but they're going through some stuff, not between them, but with their family and stuff. So he stepped away for a while. There's some personal things going on that he had to step away.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I asked Austin the same thing. I said, "What happened to Garrett?" Because Garrett was pretty cool. And he said, they were dealing with some personal stuff. He had to step away. Yeah. I was like, all right, that's cool.
Hope it all
We need
works
to go
out.
into detail. Yeah, I hope everything works out for him. I hate any tragedy happen to a bad person or a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Said that wrong. But anyway, you know what I mean.
Well, there a while back, it was like, where's Garrett? It was like the mystery.
Yeah, when he was having his tooth stuff, he had like 3 teeth in real short amount of time that went bad on him, and
Yeah, I
then
remember that.
Sucks.
a bad dentist, and
Sorry,
it was a horrible thing.
Hunter was just checking in there at the hotel in Davenport somewhere.
Oh, Davenport, nowhere.
Yeah, Davenport. He said it's a really bad looking town. He's like, I hope all my windows are in my car in the morning when I get up.
Yeah.
Come out and be on cinder blocks.
Yeah.
If he's lucky,
Right.
it'll just set it right back
So-
on the.
Travis,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna build 400 big block Mopower and I'm gonna stroke it.
Oh, make it
451.
a 451. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good engine.
I think that's what, because I was gonna do a 440, right? But like after talking to Jed and like hearing like I guess they're not as strong like when it comes down to like making big numbers.
Right, because the 400 is more compact. It's got more bracing up underneath it.
Yeah. So
Or
like
webbing.
so all I need is like a 440 crank and rods and then a custom and like off the shelf pistons for the application, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
right.
I want to build that, and I want to put some boost to it and see what happens. Because like
That 1200 horse.
all you guys are having fun with Mopower stuff, I need to get on the wagon here.
The guy that built my carburetors for me, he has a 69 Dart with a 451 in it, ported aluminum heads, and dual quads, and he runs 890s in it on motor.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I just picked up a 68 Dart, and
Nice.
that's what I want to put in it. I want to build this motor for it.
Yeah. Look up Dominic Thumper on Facebook and just look at some of the videos he's posted.
Okay. Oh,
Ed doesn't like him, so don't mention him.
you don't, huh?
No, they 2 carb guys in competition with each other.
Oh, yeah. I see that a lot actually.
Yeah. I mentioned something on a live one night with Jed, and Jed's like, he charges too much. Okay, well, we don't need to talk about Dominic then. Okay, that's fine. But Dominic built my carburetor. I put it on my car, had to adjust the idle on it. It was great.
Take it easy, Cletus. We'll see you later, brother. Thanks for
Yeah,
stopping
so
by.
this Dart came with like this tunnel ram hood.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, man, yeah, I need to get a tunnel ram and like this hood, and it's gonna be great.
I tell you, finding a 400 tunnel ram will probably cost you as much as some aluminum heads these days.
Yeah, I've heard that the low deck stuff is pretty pricey if you can find it.
So they're not the same as a 383.
Well, they're the same as the 383, yeah. But
Okay.
But the tunnel ram, they didn't make as many hop-up parts for the low decks as they did for the tall deck.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Buck. Thanks for stopping by, man.
What is it? A 400 is 9. What is it? 970 something.
What's up, brother?
And a 440 is a 1072.
Yeah.
There's almost an inch difference.
That's a tall block, 1072. Damn.
Yes, that's why they love it whenever you stroke them out to 500 plus. Those big block Mopars love being that high.
A friend of mine's dad bought a Dodge Magnum in '78 with the 400, and it's been sitting in their garage for eons. It's been sitting so long the oil pan's rusted through. It leaked all the oil out.
Oh Lord!
And he doesn't want to do anything with it. I'm like, man, I really want that car, and that's what I want to do is build one of those stroker motors and put in it because it's a tank anyway,
Right, and Google, what is it? 451 Manifesto, and it explains everything. I can't remember whose site it's on, but it explains everything about the 451 and why it's so good.
Gotcha. Patrick, mostly Mopars and Rust. He said he might have a 400 block I can get, and he might have a 440 crank that needs turned that I can get.
Yeah, he said the 400 has the biggest bore of any Chrysler engine.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's the biggest bore, and then it's got the. Now you'll hear the BS about the older blocks being stronger than newer blocks. They're all the same.
Yeah.
They're all the same. The big thing is turning the 440, getting a shop that knows how to turn the 440 crank down to the 400
main
size. Yeah, the main size. Because if they don't put the right chaffer in there, it'll bind and snap your crank.
Hey Jeff, what is faster than a jet?
Oh Jesus!
I don't know. That he asked me. I'm asking him. What's the punchline?
His Thunderbird.
Maybe.
I think I know what he's going to say. A leaky pipe. 440 tall deck, long heavy pistons. 400.
A Thunderbird.
A Thunderbird.
Are you going to call out the
A Cobra Jet. Aha! Barrows.
Right with the Thunderbird.
Yep. A Dart Sport.
Dark Sport.
Dark Sport.
Inside joke.
So wait. Hold on. Where'd that comment go?
Oh.
Jed don't like talking about Vice Grip Garage either. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I'll have to ask him next time I see him why.
Oh, yeah.
He got grumpy the other night when we was talking politics on
Nolan's Oldsmobile Rocket. Yeah, there you go.
That's Devil's Garage. He got a little grumpy about that.
I agree with him on the whole, we're all on the same page, so why do we got to talk about it? Like, I get it.
Levi wants to send you some stickers, Ken. I need to send you some stickers, too.
Yeah, I got Barrow's address. I need to send him some.
I gotta send him some, too. That was the one I was trying to remember.
My email is in my channel about tab, so, if you guys want to send me something, just shoot me an email, and I'll shoot my address.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
I don't got stickers yet. I gotta get some.
Oh, that's fine. I mean,
I'm waiting for my second set of stickers to come in.
I'm giving all my shit away because I can't sell it. So.
Yeah. We'll see. My new stickers will have the No Name National tag on it, so I can't sell them. I got to give them away.
Well, your generosity, Jason.
What's that?
I made these business cards, Jason. I don't know if I ever showed you.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it says my channel name, and then on the back I got all my links to my email and my phone number and shit.
That's pretty cool.
It's really awkward to say, hey, I got a YouTube channel, or instead of just well, here's my card,
Yeah. Here's my card.
It's more professional.
Yeah, exactly. I have a YouTube into a conversation is not always easy.
That cat just.
Oh, it's easy when I got old Red around because it's on the back window.
That's how simple.
People ask me about
simple. It's simple.
Yeah.
And the cat just knocked a bunch of them off.
See, if you keep all your cats outside, you don't have to worry about that.
I know.
So
I think when Brenna moves, she's taking her with her.
Travis, you need to tell Austin he needs to start getting into lives and actually interacting with the community.
Yes, he does. He does. I'll give him a call maybe tomorrow.
They probably will start doing their own, I'm sure.
I feel here's the thing, right? Al does a live, but I don't really tune into Al's live too much. I like getting in the live and bullshitting for everybody.
Right.
We're here.
So I would like
to
see them hopping into everybody else's lives like everybody else does.
Oh,
so
shit.
Can,
Here goes the neighborhood.
Know them,
Just walk right in. Hey, what's up, fellas?
It's Dickle Pickens.
Hey,
it's Dickle Pickens.
Did you put a pickle in the pipe to stop it?
No, it was just I had changed some stuff out, and I don't even know what the hell to call it. Anyway, it was leaking. It just needed to be tightened up. It's all good.
It was leaking.
Barrow said his are on the way.
Jeff, did you ever get that sticker design made up that you got from me?
Not yet. See, I did, but like, I gotta wait until I get rid of the rest of mine.
Do I know Marcos from Dust or Bust?
I know. I feel you. I understand.
I can't.
Well,
say
I got a bunch of the Woodstock tickets I'm
so.
bringing. A lot of those. I'm bringing out a lot of those Woodstock tickets Woodstock stickers. I've mailed out quite a few. I think I've mailed out 150 of them.
You need to make them about this big so we can put them on the van windows. That way, if anybody's broke down, they can see No Name Nationals and pull over. You know.
Well, I was gonna do it the traditional Woodstock way and make it a piece of paper about that big with each little tear off.
That's
window
a good
pane. Go get some window pane. Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd probably get in trouble.
Just take one.
Well, this is all the stickers I have left from my first order.
Yeah. Take one of these and some orange juice. Everything will be fine.
It'll be good. Yeah. When you're done, eat a fried tomato sandwich, listen to some Grateful Dead, and just pretend it's raining. You'll sleep for a day.
You're fine. Yeah.
You're fine.
Riders
I called. I saw Grateful Dead when I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah. Yep. It was fun.
I almost
Patrick asked me something. Do I know Marcos from Dust or Bust in Cincinnati? I can't say that I do, Patrick. I mean, but my brain is not what it used to be. I used to know, like, I could look at a car and somebody'd say, "Who's driving that?" And I'd say, "Oh, that's so and so, and he's from Omaha, and he's got this other car." And la la la. Now it's like my buddy James will be like, "Hey, who's that car?" I'm like, "I have no idea." He's like, "God bless it, you used to know all of them." I'm like, "I know I did, but too much."
I'm kind of the opposite. Somebody would be like, "You know so and so?" I'm like, "No." Oh, they drive that
right.
S10 with the stripes on it. Oh yeah, I know that guy. Yeah.
Now I know who you're talking about.
Right. The only reason I know everybody's name is because I interact so much and I read names and stuff. And
what does 100,000 subs make money wise? Anyone? No, I don't have a clue because I'll probably never be there.
I think that from what I've read, obviously there's clicks, but there's advertisement.
It actually doesn't matter how many subs you have; it's how many people watch your videos. So
yeah,
right. And then it's the ad money. Like if you got those videos that are 10 or 12 minutes more and stuff. Yeah,
they can put more ads on longer videos.
Yeah, because Tony said he's got what 250 or whatever, and he said he was making $100,000 a year.
Yeah, he probably is. He's probably making. Yeah, he's probably actually making more than that.
But he's putting in, actually, that's about what I make a year, and he's actually putting in more time than I do.
Yeah.
At my job.
I believe that.
When I first started doing this and I was like hardcore wanting to try and making a business, I was literally working 40 hours a week at my work and 40 hours a week doing videos.
You do a lot. Like when I've been doing this,
like, fuck it, I can't do that. I'm too old.
It is a lot. Like I'm trying to get to the point where I'm
no offense to anybody. I want everybody to succeed, but I just can't do it right now. Not with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe when I can partially retire or something.
Yeah, Jeff, you're a fucking machine, dude. You're not human.
I just don't sleep. And it kind of fits though. Like it's like this is like the fitting lifestyle if you have a real job and you're gonna do YouTube. If you don't sleep,
you're
fine. And
and that's how I mean you can ask Don. That's how I was. I would go live almost every night if I could. I'd put a video out every day. I did that once. I did a video a day for 30 days. And back then I was making long content, like 20, 30-minute videos.
Wow.
Dude, at the end of that month, I was destroyed. I think I took like 3 or 4 weeks off. I was like, I can't do it.
If you
waiting on the,
if you, let's say, were financially set and you didn't have to really worry about it, and you were working in your own home shop and you had all the tools, and every day you did a 10-minute video.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you could kill it.
Like Dan does over at DD Speed Shop.
Yeah.
He
works
too. He works. He still works. Yeah. He goes to work. He comes home, but he works on that car every day, and they're doing well. Yeah, and they're doing well.
That's like Dalton from Pole Barn. He's got a 9 to 5 regular job and goes out and works on his cars.
Yeah, I can't do it because I'm tired when I get home. One thing, but I do side work here at the house too to supplement what I'm doing, and it's like I don't want to make videos of me working on stupid shit in the driveway. That, like I said, everybody makes videos about doing a brake job on a Toyota, or it's like I've done too many of them already. No, if you guys do want to see that shit, let me know. But I just feel like the problem is I get in a zone. Like when I'm ready to do something, especially something like that, like something I've done, 32 years now. It's like I get in a zone. It's like I go in, I'm like, okay, I need this, and this tool. I go out, I get it jacked up, and the next thing I know, I'm already done with one side. I can do pads and rotors on something in like 7 minutes,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh shit, I didn't turn the camera on, and then it's like, well, forget it,
See, like
Yeah.
I took my Thunderbird up to Kyle's, and we're gonna finish it there for a couple of reasons. But if it was here going into summer, I just wouldn't be sleeping.
Yeah.
It would just be like, oh, you know what? It's 7 o'clock. I'm gonna start on this. Next thing you know, it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I think so I touched on it last night. My grandma was very ill. She's probably not going to make it the next. Actually, the hospice people are coming to get her tomorrow, so it is going to be a couple weeks. But so it's like, I think once I get Hunter, once he gets there and gets settled in the next few days, and then I get this taking care of my grandmother, then I'm going to go hardcore every day after work, and I'll just set the camera up in the driveway, pointing in the garage, and just let it rip, But I've got a lot, I got to order a bunch of shit. But I have a lot of welding I need to do. I got the roll cage to put in it still. Then I want to get it. So I think what I'm going to do is make a trip out of it. Go to LKQ, get that wiring harness. I want to get the 8.8 rear end for it. All that shit. Just do it all in one shot.
See, my whole thing is like I'm really hardcore. Like I am not the type of guy when I'm in the zone to really stop.
Yeah, that's saying? Me. I just keep going.
Yeah. And like I know once I get like the head gaskets are, I'll know if they're right. Hopefully Thursday. And
yes,
then
reviews are worth more than subscribers.
Yes, and then get the heads on and adjust the valves and all that, and then I'm putting the rest of that motor together. It's going in, and I'm just gonna go ham, And like I'm gonna tell the people working with me, this isn't beer time. This isn't jerk off time.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally it's time to work. And it's my method of mayhem. Like if we're doing something like with this, don't go do this. Like please don't. It's like there's a whole. Remember the movie Apocalypse Now?
Mm-hmm.
And that when Martin Sheen's talking to the general, and he's just like, "You don't like my methods?" He's like, "I don't see any methods, sir."
Yeah.
I have my own methods, but
we all have our own method, dude.
Yeah,
we all have our own method. There's a method to everyone's madness. Like,
yep.
If you look at my garage, it's a fucking disaster, but I know where everything is, literally. But some people that are like OCD and stuff, they come to my house and they're just like, oh, they just have an anxiety attack. I'm like, I just shut the door. I'm like, okay, let's go out here and have a beer and shoot the shit,
Well, I'm hoping to get really slamming on Copperhead tomorrow. Try and get that floor pan done and put the motor and transmission back together. Get them dropped in the truck tomorrow. Sounds like a lot, but I can get rolling early. I should be able to get that much done.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
fun.
Henry,
the video views are where the money is. That's where Google runs the ads, commercial. Subscribers pay you nothing. I mean, nothing.
Well, subscribers get you noticed,
right?
And then
unless when we're doing lives, then your subscribers give you super chats. But you don't have to be a subscriber to give a super chat or a.
But don't you have to be at 1,000 to get super chats?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you get
you get
really
to 2,000, don't they?
I think you get to 2. Yeah, they love that. Well, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hour times, that's when you get you can apply for the ad revenue, which usually it goes pretty quick. But like I said, it fucking pays nothing. So don't think you're going to get rich.
I only got like 400 watch hours. Like it's gonna be a while.
Oh, it, dude.
See, lives really
hours.
add to your watch hours.
Yep. Yeah, because right now I've got 17 people watching. If they watch the whole 2 hours we're on here, so then that's 17 times 2. That's how many hours we'll get. 34 hours or whatever. But like I said, I don't know, I'm just to the point where I'm just like, I'm just rather hang out with you guys and shoot the shit.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Because I have nobody here now.
Jason goes live every day.
Yeah, I'm fucking bored. I can't sleep.
Well, see, I look forward to Monday nights and Tuesday nights.
Yeah, exactly, and that's how we're building the community, and it's like,
and then
and I'm happy for that because like I get on here and I say, hey Ken, I got a stupid wiring question. Tell me to quit overthinking it. And he'll say, hey dumbass, quit overthinking it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yep,
and then,
I agree.
Man, if you like wiring, you can just repin that one you got.
Man, I don't want to repin. I already threw it in the trash. I was kind of pissed about it because I bought that as like a package deal from a friend of a friend, and it's like, so now I'm questioning because they said that the VATS was deleted in it, and I'm like, I bet you it's not, but I know how to do that, so
you could just get a different ECU and run drive-by wire.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to run drive-by-wire. I don't like drive-by-wire. I work on that shit all the time. The redundant sensors that go bad and work against each other.
Yep.
It's like they're not supposed to fail, but when they fail, they really fuck up.
Yeah, get down there to the finish line, and have it just stay open on you.
Yep.
Usually they won't. That's one good thing is they won't stay open, but they will fucking stay closed. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Because who was it? Was it Toyota that had the ones that would stick open? Drive-by wire?
Yeah. I'll be right back, gentlemen. Give me 1 minute.
Wasn't that just floor mats getting in the way?
Yes, the Toyota thing, yes.
Did it end up just being floor mats?
Yeah, that's all it was. So what
Okay.
they did when I took 2 customers' cars to the dealer to have that recall done. What they did is on the floor, and some of you guys might have newer cars where they got the little hook that holds the floor mat. Have you seen that before?
Yeah.
That's all they did. They just stuck ran a screw in there, put another mat in it with an eyelet. See you later, Grandma. If they had just pushed the fucking thing into neutral and let it blow up or just go into rev limiter, it'd have been fine.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand when you have if you've driven old cars that mess up, you know what to do if it messes up with the throttle sticking wide open, or
put it neutral, let it blow up.
Put it neutral, kill the ignition. Yep. It'll stop most of the time.
Most of the time. Sometimes that son of a bitch will keep running for a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, Torlos, thanks for stopping by. Kim, if you opt out of ads, YouTube's running ads on your videos regardless.
Right. Yeah, I've been having them since I had 100 subs.
Yep. When you're little, they'll even do it. Yeah.
I run an ad blocker. I never see ads.
Well, I don't see.
You don't see them, but we do when we were watching your video. Well, I don't because I pay for this stupid premium. Which I actually just did cancel because I'm like,
that's like $10 a month, isn't it?
It's more. It went up. That's what pissed me off.
Yeah, Netflix just went up too. Fuck them.
I would say if you're making them fucking money, they should give you the premium. So, but no, they won't. So I'm like, fuck it.
No.
Yeah, once you get monetized, they should give you the premium.
They don't. No, they jacked it up. I was like, nope. It said your bill's going to increase from 10 to 12, $12.95 or something. I'm like, fuck it is.
No, it's not.
So I got an idea for a new build video series I want to run by you guys.
Sweet.
I bought a square body pickup.
Huh?
And I'm gonna see if I can build a running driving truck for $2,000 the way I want it. So I paid $700 for the truck, and I already sold $700 of parts off it. So I'm starting from zero.
Sweet.
So that's gonna be the catch.
How do you
And I
want
do
to
it
build
for
this?
$2,000.
So how do you want to build it?
Low as shit.
Okay. I didn't know if you had a. I think
Run
Yeah,
it
it's
on the.
somebody's in my house.
That's not
I got a
good.
gun down here. We're fine. It's my daughter. It's fine.
Second Amendment.
So go to Harbor Freight and get you one of those Predator motors and put that in there on a chain drive. You ever see that kid that did the Ranger? That thing was actually kind of cool. Took a Ranger and set it up on a Predator motor.
Hold
I
down
think
the
I'm
fort, man. I'll be right back.
gonna build a
Hold down the fort, everybody. I'll be
408
right back.
LS to put in it. We'll see how it goes.
Everybody's having emergencies tonight.
I know.
Well,
I just found
mine
a
wasn't
body
so
in my
bad.
front
It
yard.
was just a missing
left earlier, and then
contact.
Travis left. The wife texts me, it's like the toilet's leaking. I put a towel around the base. It's like, I hope you're joking. She was.
Yeah.
She got me. But
Yeah, mine was just a missing contact, so it wasn't that big of an emergency.
well, I'd rather that than a leaky toilet. I was gonna say I haven't seen it leak down through the kitchen yet. We should be good for a while.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you live in an apartment complex and you hear the fire alarm, you touch the floor, it's not warm yet, you got time.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's true. It is absolutely true.
So who's getting shitty weather tonight?
Oh yeah.
I am.
Yep.
We were supposed to, but we never got anything. We were supposed to get bad weather last night. We didn't get nothing.
We got it last night, and we're getting it again. And it's like, come on.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year we had
I'm
two
hoping
rains.
Oh,
Last year we had two rains, back-to-back Fridays of a total of like 20 inches. And it's like,
Wow.
I
Dang.
hope that doesn't happen again.
Last time it rained that much down here, it actually literally
Oh, boy, we
flooded
had a-
everything.
Oh yeah, it was like that here.
Gentlemen, rest your sphincters.
All clear, huh?
Unpucker.
I was just filling in Brenna. She wanting to know about her brother. So
Oh man, I just brought up the radar. We got a bunch of crap coming.
it's probably the shit I just got a little while ago.
Yeah,
And the
but
shit that Jeff had
it's
last
growing
night.
Yeah.
between there and here. It's growing. If you bring
I
up
did
the
a really
radar,
neat-
we got a bunch of reds and yellows.
I did a really neat.
Oh, good.
time-
Colorful stuff.
I did a really neat time lapse of the storm coming in today. It's on my shorts.
Sweet. I'm gonna check that out. Those are neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Fuel Injection Sucks is putting a Predator in a Yugo. That
Yes.
video series is
Oh,
awesome.
please.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love them
I
guys.
was-
Yeah, Travis, if you haven't checked out Fuel Injection Sucks, you need to check out that channel. Them guys are
Okay,
great.
I have to go look at them.
They
I'm gonna
are.
have to look at that.
They are freaking awesome. They are.
So
sweet.
I was at Harbor Fraught today, and I saw they had some Predator engine or something had on sale, and I'm going, man, like, buy one of those and just start playing with it with something, you know?
Well, Hunter made that wheelie tractor, and it has
Yeah.
a V-twin Kohler engine on it, and he left it here. I'm like, I'm going to do something with that. I'm going to like make a hot rod tractor out of it. I have this thing in my backyard. I've had it for, I can't tell you how long. It was off of our old air compressor in the old shop. It was the belt cover. So it's like, half moon shape, almost like medallion shaped, I guess. And it's got this mesh on it, to keep you from getting your hand in the belt. I always wanted to build like a hot rod and have that as the grill. So today I'm standing out there in the yard and I'm like, I might put that on that tractor. Then make me like some stacks, put some flappers on it,
It'd be hilarious.
Well, he welded this big weight bar out. I know you guys have probably seen that stupid video we made. Well, it was when your stickers came to me, Jeff.
Yeah,
So
that
he
was
welded
freaking hilarious.
He welded this bar on the back of it, like 4 feet out, and it's got like 200 pounds of weight on it now. So you could literally, ride this thing for a mile on the back tires,
That's
So that'll probably be in the back of my truck in Sykeston, just so that everybody know.
That would be awesome.
Gonna say, bring it. You be at the wheelie contest.
That'll be my pit mobile. Yeah, I'll put a beer cooler on the back of it, and we'll be set.
Call
The fuel injection sucks, right?
Yeah, fuel injection sucks. They are great. Let's see.
Oddly enough, they do a lot of fuel injection stuff.
They do. Yeah. But hey, when you work on fuel injection, you know it sucks.
No,
LB, what's
how's it
happening,
going,
LB?
I'm seeing one that's got like a RV on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their
LB.
RV videos are great. I love their RV stuff.
Okay, cool.
Are they the guys that did the Turbo LS?
Yeah, they put the
That
Turbo
was-
LS.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it, dude. It is bad ass.
Yeah.
I love that video.
Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to them so I can hold the place.
What's up, NSB?
Yeah, they're great, both of them. Like they do all kinds of stuff.
Tylenol in and feeling
That's
better.
cool.
Good.
That's one thing that's nice about this community. You hear about other channels and stuff.
Yeah.
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 I have a friend of mine. He's not into cars and he does video game stuff and he'll do it on YouTube and all that. And he was telling me today, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a pool dug and it's gonna be jackassery. You know, he just knows it's just gonna be like watching him dig the hole and getting this. I'm like, dude, time lapse the whole entire thing and put it out on YouTube. I'm like, people will watch that. Oh no, they won't. I'm like, man,
if it
like,
wouldn't have started raining really hard, my phone was getting wet. I would have left it out there longer, but it was pretty cool because it starts out as like a blue sky and then it's like, it just comes in, you know. I did, we were talking about those redneck, you know, wash tanks, you know, to washing parts, like when you did the electrolysis.
Yeah.
I did one a while back and I had an old smoker. I had an electric smoker and I set like one of my grandma's old wash tubs on it. And I didn't realize it, but the water was dead still and the clouds were moving over top of it. So the reflection in the water, you could see the sky.
Oh, cool.
It was so cool. And I can't fucking find it. It was such a neat video. I'm like, I still have the wash tubs. So I think I'm going to do another one just, you know, one of these days.
When I was a kid where I lived, you had like the perfect view of watching storms come in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could watch them for miles, man. And it was always cool.
I wish
always
I was, cool. I'm kind of in the valley right here. Like just a few miles south of me is high and then it dips down and then it comes back up a little bit and then it dips down where the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is. I wish I lived if I lived about 3 miles north of here, like, dude, you can see everything. Like you said, you can see it coming in from every direction. But I'm just down in between two big hills pretty much, you know.
Are you around any cornfields?
Well, kind of. Not well. Let's see. No, they're all being developed now that I think about it.
Like this whole area was just fields, and like, you know, every other year it's corn, you know.
Corn and
but
soybeans
if it was corn and you had one of them storms rolling in, you hear that storm ripping through the corn, like the rain hitting it, and you could just hear like this.
Yep.
And it was, man, we'd watch that as kids all the time.
Yeah, right. Like you could throw a rock here behind my house. There used to be just acres of corn. We used to go up there and, you know, bring bags of it home. And yeah, you could hear the wind, hear it coming, you know.
Yep.
But now it's fucking, you know, university shops and so-and-so's, you know, eatery and brewery. And yeah, it's everything around me is just blowing up. And like where the drag strip's about 15 minutes from here. And they're just building houses around
it. Down there.
Yeah, they're just building houses all around it. And everybody complains about the noise. And it's like, well, this has been here since 1959. Like,
what do you want?
Where the fuck did you guys come from, you know?
Yeah. Like where I live, it would never be developed.
Take it easy, Henry.
Hey, LB. I see you down there in chat.
LB is hanging out with
LB Bruins, he's got some cool stuff.
He is the coolest.
Yes, he does.
I really like my Chrysler.
Ooh.
And he keeps on asking me when I'm going to
got a rev kit on that mofo?
It's Chinese valve art, I call it. It's like an adult fidget spinner.
Don't get your finger caught in it like those Chinese handcuffs.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Or something else. Don't get nothing else stuck in there. You're really being.
Yeah, no kidding, right? You'd be.
You know, free stuff like that. We took my autistic daughter today to the doctor's office, and they got a bunch of toys in there, for her to play with.
Yeah.
Do you all remember those? I think they were called snakes or whatever, but they were like little triangles all hooked together in one big line. You could spin each triangle and you make all kinds of.
Yeah.
She pulled it out of the bucket and sat down there, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, I reached over real quick, grabbed it, started playing with it. And the doctor was looking at me like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, exactly. I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
I remember these.
The one toy I absolutely hated as a kid was Etch-a-Sketch.
Really?
Because I was always good at drawing, and you're doing these stupid knobs, and it's like line this way, line that way, and it's like.
I mean, I would use them.
Couldn't get it. It's like me and the Rubik's
I'd be like, "Hey,
Cube.
Grandma, look, I drew a flower," and she's like, "Oh, that's
Nice.
nice."
Good thing we can't. Good thing we can't hang that on the fridge.
Yeah. Let me have that.
Oh, hang that on the fridge. Sure.
Do it again.
My
Yeah,
brother's in here. Let me holler at my brother real quick. Rob, are you in here still? I just want to let you know that Hunter's fine. He's in. He actually just texted me.
Yeah.
I just want to let
Rubik's
him know.
snake.
How old is he? Your son?
He's 20. He'll be 21 in September.
He's got so much life to live.
Oh, I know, dude. Could you imagine doing that when you're 20 though? That would have been bitching. Just to fucking just say,
Peace out.
Yeah, it's like, and just drive west. Head west, my son.
Yeah, I did that at 19. I went out to Wisconsin by myself because a friend of mine moved out there and was like, "Come move with me. It'll be great. It'll be, utopia." No, it wasn't.
I live 2 blocks from where I grew up, and my brother lives a block away from me. So we didn't fall very far.
Yeah, when I was 21, I left. I went down to Evansville, Indiana for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
That's where Patrick says he lives near Evansville. We were talking about
Patrick?
that last night. Yep.
Nah, he lives in Fort Wayne.
Oh, Fort Wayne. Shit, you're right. See, I don't know my way around. I lose my ass if it wasn't attached. Excuse me. The Chinesium springs would break. Yes.
Yeah, damn Chinesium.
Potomac looks yellow. Man, I got some memories about the Potomac. Every summer I used to go down there. My best friend's dad sold boats on the Potomac.
Oh, nice.
And we used to run that. We used to clean the boats up for the charters and then go out with them at night and do stuff we shouldn't. But we had to get up the next morning and clean the boat. I saw some things I probably shouldn't have seen too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
As long as you don't tell anybody.
Oh man! So he had this one hot rod boat. It was a Chris Craft, and it had a V8 in the back.
Oh, those are cool.
The headers out the back.
Mm-hmm.
We called it the water taxi. Well, that's what he would use to take people around to show him the boats. Really nice fucking boat. And we asked him if we could take it out one night and go down to get pizza on the river there in Quantico, and he said no. And we decided we were going to hotwire it. Well, the fucker broke down on us, and his dad came to get something from his office and noticed that the water taxi was gone.
Yeah.
So he comes rolling up and like you remember the movie Splash where he was in the big. He said, "I got to go back and get the little boat."
Yeah.
Pete comes rolling up in that, and I was like, "Oh shit, we are in so much trouble."
I have a friend that his dad he's a very good woodworker, and that's what he's done for years.
Yeah,
and
we're at the Virginia side.
He's done a couple Chris Crafts. He did one. It actually had a 327 in it, cabin and all that, cruiser.
So cool.
It was so cool. And the one he just finished up was probably gonna butcher this, but it's like a Chris Craft, like a runabout style small one, inline 6, and it is so cool.
Yep.
And his son, what's that?
It's a Woodhull, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are bitchin' boats, man.
Yeah. And his son that I grew up with, he's redoing like some 80s boat, right? And it's like, I can't remember the name of it, but the design is like straight out of 80s. It's like if a fisherman was like Miami Vice style,
Oh,
and
I know what you're talking about.
McFast.
Yeah.
I think it's
maybe.
McFast.
Yeah, it's something close to that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So he's coming up with different names for it, and he finally came up with it. He's like, oh, it's got to be something Miami Vice themed, So it's Don's Johnson.
Sweet.
Oh, sweet.
But I mean,
What's up, Rabbit Transit Garage? How
it
you
had
doing,
this
brother?
really cool. It's got this really cool metal flake paint job, and he's like redoing the gel coat, and he's redoing everything. It's going to be a really cool boat.
There used to be a boat. There was a guy. He was on DC 101 before Howard Stern. His name. They called him the Grease Man, and he had a boat, and it was called the Oil Slick. There was always parties on that boat. Let me tell you.
Oh, I would imagine so.
Yeah, that was fun time. It was a real nice arena. It was called the Game Plank, and had this restaurant that was like up on a tower. And man, I used to love going up there because you could see like Ronald Reagan, and then the whole river all the way down to damn near the Chesapeake Bay.
Wow.
The Grease Man, yeah, LB, he knows who it is. The Grease Man on DC 101. Don't get caught with your pants down, he used to say. He used to say the only two words my mama ever knew: $25. Oh, he was great, man. He was great. Alfred Trot was his name. Yeah, you know what it is, LB. Hell yeah. See, LB knows what I'm talking about.
So that was your Wolfman Jack?
Yeah, he was a freaking party animal, dude. And then Howard Stern got in there.
He ruined it. He was okay for a couple of years, and now he's all nutty again. And it's like, dude, like,
he's gonna be like the what was his name? Shit. He just passed away. He was like on the show with the twins, and he was the dad, and Family Ties. Yeah, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget
fucking lost his mind, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's what happened.
Yeah, the one-eyed cat's up there, Levi.
Son of a bitch. They just put her on the floor.
Well, they can jump like 6 times their height.
Mm-hmm.
They say
they had one that was quite athletic, could jump on top of the refrigerator.
I had one that if the door was open, he would jump up and sit on top of the door.
Oh, I got a cat that climbs up on top of the microwave, and it's only got a ledge about that big.
Yeah.
Did you see where that cat was sitting earlier? That ledge is like a 45-degree angle. She stands right in the window. Of course, she's like this big. She's tiny.
Hey, Jeff, what's the bottom end like on that big block Ford you got?
Solid.
Is it like cross bolted or?
No, it's actually 2-bolt mains.
They're just 2-bolt mains,
but they're huge.
They're monster. The main caps are huge on this thing.
Main caps are huge. The bolts are huge.
Isn't there a big block Ford?
So there's a 4-bolt Super Cobra Jet block.
Super Cobra Jet, yeah. The FEs. The FEs were just 2 bolts.
Yeah, I think it's the FEs were cross bolted. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the 427 stuff, but
yeah, it would have to be the NASCAR shit. They're 99% of your Fords are just 2 bolts.
Are they deep skirt? Are they still deep skirt or?
Yes. Yeah. The crank's in the block.
So yours is deep skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you some pictures of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's solid. Like everything in there is just like massive.
They are heavy.
They're such heavy blocks.
They're truck motors. What's that?
They're 1/2-inch bolts on the main.
It might even be bigger than that.
They're bigger than that. They're 5/8. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
5/8 bolts on the main.
Yeah, they're 5/8.
Fucking huge. Yes.
5/8 on the main, and I want to say 9/16 on the heads.
The Windsors were 1/2-inch main bolts and 3/8 rod.
Well,
no, 7/16 rod.
The reason I bring it up is after the no name, we need to put a big turbo on it.
Oh, that motor. That motor would handle. Well, I have way too much compression for a turbo, but like I've already looked at I looked at the turbo builds on some of those. Ken, it would be like you find one of those 460s, right? Or 429s, the same block, and just get a good crank and balance it right, man, you could build.
Yeah, Patrick said the 427s are
Unreal.
4-bolt mains. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
Ken,
thought
you could
Double
rip
dip.
a lot of power through it. Now, remember I was telling you about that block? I was telling you about that guy had that SVO block?
Yeah.
That's got 4-bolt mains. I mean, this thing is just massive. Like,
Mm.
the average size build is like 632 cubic inches, and a giant turbo on that.
Take care,
would be-
Dizzy Izzy. Thanks for stopping by,
Would be a
brother.
lot of fun.
Later. That's insane though to have 5/8 bolts for mains.
Yeah, they're huge, man. I've worked. I was gonna put a 460 in my Fox body because they started making parts for them, and I bought one. It was actually I think the 429 is the same as the 460. It was that block or whatever. It was like out of an old Thunderbird. I started taking it apart. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this thing weighs 10 tons, you know? But yeah, you could throw some shit at it because the bottom end's good.
God damn it.
Turbo.
Wendy, get this damn cat out of
It's
here.
crazy how
Wendy!
Chewing on my phone cord. Get the fuck out
Oh,
of here.
shit. Don't do that. Yeah.
it's crazy
Ken.
how like all the Mopar guys though they're so NA oriented. I don't understand it.
Well, I've been really thinking about doing aluminum heads on my 408 and doing a twin turbo setup. Because
know
we finally started making small block turbo manifolds.
I know a lot of nitrous Mopar guys here in our town.
Yeah,
See,
but nitrous is just I don't know. I never really dug nitrous. I don't know.
See, I'm gonna be doing.
It's like cocaine. It's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know
It's
what you
very
need to do
addictive.
sometime? Jay, I'm not gonna repeat it on here, but Jason, when you get time, some free time, sitting on the shitter, waking up in the morning,
You don't want to be. You don't want
whatever.
To be yeah.
Just look up Hunter S. Thompson's daily diet.
Hunter S. Thompson's daily diet. All right.
Yep, you'll be absolutely surprised. But I'm going to be doing the 383 Travis with the 440 crank, and I'm going to be getting engine soon, and I'm going to send the crank off to get turned down. And if it's stock bore, it's 426. If it's 30 over, it's a 431. But it is just a massive low deck little stroker, you know.
Right. Well, like I was telling Ken, you got to make sure whoever's doing it does the chamfer right on the mains. Yep. Because if you don't, it'll lock up the crank and it'll snap it in half.
Yep.
Quick.
There's a place in Southern Illinois that does them, and they're so far out with work right now. Like, whenever I get these in, I'm shipping 2 cranks down there.
Yeah, Ohio Crankshaft is probably right by Jason somewhere.
It's in between me and you. It's in
Lima.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. I guess they do really, really good work.
So my buddy, a lot of my buddies that race small block Chevy stuff. I mean, not that that's all those guys do, but they do really good work.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They've got and they make their own shit. So it's like, yeah, they do really good work. So I think, yeah, if I ever get any aftermarket stuff, I'm going to go with Ohio Crankshaft. And you can buy like crate engines from them. They're already, ready to run. So, yeah.
Well,
here's a question for you, Jason. Your thoughts on it. I pulled some engines apart in the last couple of years and way before that, where when they added metal to the crank to balance it, they welded instead of drilling and adding metal.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that?
When they weld the Mallory in it, or
but this look like they've stacked weld.
I've had them like that, and I've never had
using the weld to hold Mallory in.
Yeah, there's probably a plug of Mallory in there, but they're not. A lot of guys would thread it, and then some guys will weld it. But I've had cranks that were that close where they would just like one of the, how a lot of the cranks will have the hole in it for the counterbalance, and I've had guys just go in there and weld it up.
That's what I've seen.
I've never had any problems with it. I mean, If
as long
the
as you
weld's
have-
done properly, it's part of the metal. It's
Right.
became part of it. You've excited all the everything's one piece. You've got it hot enough to where everything's bonded. So I'm not a welder. I do weld, but I'm not a welder. But my son is now, so I guess that makes me a certified welder. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I've never had any problems with it.
Now you know a guy.
I do know a guy. I'll tell you one thing I did do. So the 302s have their external balance, and they had a 28 ounce flywheel, and they had a 50 ounce.
Right.
Well, I had the wrong flywheel. I needed the heavier weight on there. So in the car, I cut the old one off, stuck the new one on, and welded it. Never had a problem.
Wow.
Could have been dumb fucking luck, but yeah. So
I got my flex plates mixed up because I had one for external balance, one for internal. I put the internal balance on it, fired up the car, and the car felt like it was about to come apart.
Dude,
yeah,
it was so bad. Them old Fox bodies, the early ones had that real shitty cheap dash. It was like it almost destroyed the dash. It was shaking so bad. I was like, okay, that's not good.
Yeah, I've had that one too.
It'll be okay.
And then I started doing my research. I'm like, oh, I must have the wrong flywheel in here. I was a dumb kid,
I knew what I'd done right after I fired it up. It started shaking real bad. I cut it back off, and I was like, I bet you I put the wrong one in there.
Well, see, my problem is with my grandpa and my uncle and my dad. My grandpa was an Oldsmobile guy, and my dad and my uncle were small block Chevy guys. So I wasn't used to that external balance stuff. All their stuff was always internal balance. Right. I was like, oh, fuck it. I got a flywheel. It's going to work. No. Luckily, I worked with a Mopar guy. He's like, I know exactly what's wrong with that.
Yeah.
Old Bill was like, oh, my God, what's wrong with it? He's like, don't worry. He called the transmission shop down the street. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a blah, blah, blah. And, they're like, yeah, come get it. Just cut the weight off of it and weld it on. We've done it before. And I'm like, oh, my God, I don't even want to do this. But it worked.
Speaking about odd combinations, I want to build one of those Mopar 327.
Yes.
Take the crank out of a 360 and put in a 318.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
What's the other one where they?
You got to turn those journals down though, too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same process. Well, you can take. They used to make a. What was it? It was a 370. The 370 stroke for a 360, and it made some weird it made like a 384 or something like that. Really weird. Manzini had a bunch that were on sale for like $200 or forged cranks.
They were just getting rid of them, huh?
Yeah, they were just getting rid of them. I should have bought some.
But don't they? Don't some guys do like a D-stroked 318?
Like it's like 303.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, that was it's the 273. No, 273 is the same stroke, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know how they did it.
But anyway, it was that one for the Trans Am series, and it really had no power.
It didn't work well, huh?
No, that company, the board was too small.
Yeah. That company, oh man, they did one-off heads for them. You know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the name of it, but there was a company that did these like one-off heads. It was like an overhead cam version, and it was for some racing version, and it was the D-stroke 318, and it was absolutely a little wicked motor, but there was no torque, man. It was just all really high rev RPM.
Oh, so it was like an Indy motor then. Like
but I'm trying to think. Exactly, but I'm trying to think of the name of that engine. It was you'll have to. They got these.
Guys always did the 302 Chevy with the 327 with the 283 crank. I always wanted to do a 400 block, the 283 crank, and I
so that make it 350,
377,
348, I think it is. It's a big bore and a short stroke. It's a 4 1/8 inch bore and a whatever stroke is, 3-inch stroke. Or
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a 3-inch.
Yeah. But some guy did it on YouTube, and this thing made ass loads of power. And like he just did it here recently. I'm like, damn it!
Is it? Are they like real short videos?
Yeah,
that he makes. Yeah, I've seen that. It's freaking wicked.
Guy. Yeah,
yeah, and he's done like a 377 weird oddball combo, and it just
Yeah.
screams the RPMs.
The problem was the 283 crank. The mains are so small. So to put that in the 327, you had to have a spacer bearing. Well, then when you went to the 400, it had even a bigger. So it was like it would just be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because the way they did it back in the day was it was the small journal 327.
Right. And then
is the way they built them back in the day.
Yeah, they had because the 283 had a small main and small rods. Yeah, they just put them back together, right?
So, because the 350 and the 400 is the same journal size, right?
No, actually, the 400 mains are bigger than a 350 main is.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were the same.
Then the 350 and the 327 are the same because you could actually use the same block to make those engines. But then the 283 had a real small main and a smaller rod. It had a 2-inch rod and a 2 1/4-inch main, so it was really small.
Right.
So what was the 301 then?
301's a Pontiac engine.
No, there was a Chevy 301.
It was a 302. It was a.
There was actually a 301 also.
It was you're right. No, the 30, yeah. But what 301 was a 307 block with a 327 crank in it, or something.
Okay.
No, it was a 307 block with a 283. Wait a minute. You're right though. There is a 301. I gotta remember how they made that. Yeah. It was something weird combination that they made that.
Because all I know is the 305, which stinks, and the 307 was a little better.
307 weren't bad, but they weren't.
Well, they were good for a truck motor. I mean, they made some torque.
Yeah.
The 305s didn't make nothing but noise.
I'm thinking maybe the 301 was. It might have been a 283 with a 307 crank, or maybe the opposite. The 307 is like a bastard. I think it was a small bore and a big stroke. I think that's what it was. So maybe it's a 283
that would make torque.
Yeah. Because like I said, it was a truck motor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was a 283 with a 307 crank is what made that 301.
Okay.
Because I was looking into because I have that 283 that I took apart, back in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple of 283s with the turbo builds, and those things zing.
Oh yeah.
I worked with a guy that he's also kind of like a hobby farmer, and he's like, "Oh, I got this big block Chevy. You want to buy it?" I'm like, "No. This is years back." And kept on bugging me, and I'm like, "Get some numbers off of it." And it was a 366 big block, and I'm like,
"Oh, those things suck."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, when I went to get that 283, the guy gave me that 283 and that Power Glide, and he gave me a big block valve cover, and he was like, "Hey, I've got the engine that goes to." He's like, "I got to dig it out," and I was like, "What is it?" He's like, "It's 366." I'm like, "Okay, well, just call me when you get it out."
Yeah.
I'll come and get it.
Reject.
Yeah.
Reject.
I've never seen anybody do anything with those.
So that was an industrial engine. I mean, it was just a low RPM, but there are guys that do it because
are they like
Levi said, it's a
tall deck.
It's a tall deck. It's a big bore and a short stroke.
Oh, okay.
And there are guys that do stuff with them, but man, just as far as getting one and putting it in a car, it's like, oh my God, it's like putting a 305 in one, or whatever. Any engine's better than that engine as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
It's just because they were big. They were just big, heavy. They were just made to run low RPM to, if you wanted to run a oil pump out in a field, just put 366 on that bitch and run for a million years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, I worked on one in a tool truck, a big old Snap-on truck, and those things would just they eat up valves and stuff because they were just crappy,
Yeah.
Are they like a 396 bore with a really short stroke or something?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think they're a 396 stroke. They're even a smaller bore. I think I said that backwards. I'd have to look it up. They're just a weird engine. Just a weird engine.
Because I've never heard of them.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of them out there. You got to be careful because guys will say, "Oh, I got a 396," or whatever, and you'll go and get it, and you're like, "This piece of shit won't fall out of a tree,"
Pretty much. Be a good barge engine.
Yeah. Patrick said way back they built a 283 11-1 with twin. Yeah. I'm sure it would turn 10,000 RPM for sure, Patrick.
Oh yeah,
There's a guy.
That thing. Oh,
there's a guy that runs a Chevy 2 with a 283, and it leaves at 12,000 RPMs.
Wow. So, it leaves?
Yeah, it leaves at 12,000. Yeah. The thing sounds like a motorcycle. Yeah. Yeah, it's like it might be a competition eliminator car, but it's not a stock eliminator. But yeah, it leaves at 12,000. It's crazy.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
See, my dad, he built a 283 for his pickup.
Yeah, like Dan just said, there's a 12,000 RPM Nova on. Yep.
See, I love the high winding stuff. I'd love to build like a 10,000 RPM 340.
So there's an Impala on YouTube with a 283, and it leaves at 12,000, and it's like an in-car shot. It's a 4-speed one. It's an old guy driving it, running like iStock or something, and that's a big car with a little motor in it. And dude, it's fun to watch. I think it's an iStock Impala. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to be around a V8 making that many RPMs.
It better be balanced right, because that sucker's going to come apart. Especially
if it comes apart, it's going to hit the moon.
We're used to running half that RPM.
Yeah.
It's like we don't even leave it that. We leave it like 3 and we shift at 6. This cat is leaving at 12. Who knows where it's shifting?
Probably shifting at 17.
Yeah. It does, man. It sounds like a freaking Hayabusa or something. It says wah, bah, bah, and it's insane.
That's ridiculous.
See, when you're turning that kind
that's how you gotta make
you need to throw a turbo on them.
Like you said, you need to add air to it because when you put a turbo on an engine, essentially you're making it bigger because you're pushing more air into it.
But yeah, you're turning that kind of RPMs. You could turn a GT50 pretty easy. Turn that kind of RPMs.
Like Barrow said about a rotary. Yeah, literally a rotary engine. The faster it goes, the faster it goes. Like,
yeah.
My buddy had an RX-7 when we were kids, and the shift light would come on at like 7,000. We'd run it way past that, and it just keep on going,
You seen that boat coming and makes the rotary engines, and they'll make them up to like 13 rotor to put in boats?
Yep.
Because you can just keep adding them. You can just keep adding rotors.
Yeah, literally, Yeah, the Wankel engine is a weird thing. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, tall garage technical difficulties. Oh, you're good, man. You're good, Ken. We're just shooting the shit.
I'm over on my laptop. I'm trying to find the 301 combo, Jason.
There you go. Okay, good. And then, you know what? I'm going to look up the 366 real quick. Excuse me for...
And I'll look up that oddball 360, 318 stroker.
There you go. So they were 6 liters. They had a 4-inch bore and a 3.62 stroke. That's a weird motherfucker there.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like it had to have been a D-stroked. What was a 396? Was a 396 a 4-inch bore?
Okay, so
yeah, it's a D-stroked 396. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Okay.
There's a couple things I'm coming up with here. One of them is it says standard size 327 block with a 283 crank and 302 pistons makes a 302. In the 60s, the hot rodders called it the 301, and when Chevy did it in the Z28 and 67, they called it a 302.
Oh, okay.
And then this other website, let me click on that. Oh, hey, there's Jason's OnlyFans account.
It would be this goose egg. Jason owes us money.
Just keep putting out that content. Just,
Okay,
It's
so
a 379 stroke is what I was
Hot
looking
Rodders
Okay.
Hot Rodders bored a 283 to a 4-inch bore and used a 3-inch crank, and they called it a 301.
Oh,
So I
okay.
guess
That's pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So they, because the 283 did have a smaller bore, so they did. Okay, so they bored it
yes,
out 120 thousandths, and then no, they bored it over 90, right? Let's see, what was
yeah.
this
So the
one?
283 with the
3875.
4-inch
Yeah.
with 4-inch bore and that 3-inch crank was the
Yep.
301, and then when Chevy did it as a factory, it was a 327-inch 4-inch bore block with 283 crank.
Yep. Because it was
So
3875, so they bored it out
yeah.
125, and pretty much the same thing. Yeah.
Then in 68, Chevy made a specific large journal crank and 3-inch stroke for the Z28 302. This crank carried over 69, was dropped in a 70 for a 350 cubic inch Z28.
Yep. Yep.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it is. And there
Oh,
are
high
some
whining.
There are some 67 Camaros that had 350s, and they're kind of oddballs. A buddy of mine has one because it was a late 67 because they didn't come out technically they didn't come out with a 350 until 68. So he has a really oddball 67 convertible 4-speed AC car. Beautiful. I'm going to be doing a video on that here soon. Kid I went to high school with, his dad bought it brand new up in Cleveland, Ohio. He went to Vietnam. His brother bought it. They had it. They had it restored. Really neat
Nice.
story. Lot of cool shit on this car, and it's restored original.
that's what I like about a lot of these cars. I like the stories behind them.
Yeah, that's the cool part of it, Like my dad's car. My dad has a 67 Camaro, and there's a long story behind it, which I want to do here soon. But like I said, we got the whole family stuff going on right now. And even my brother's car. There's a great story behind my brother's car because he's had it since he was 16.
A friend of my dad's bought a. Go ahead.
Well, it's like I got these Valiants out here. My uncle had them for 15 years. One for 12, the other for 15. Selling the 440, and I'd never seen it. It's like I'm going to go get that.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't know what a 62 Valiant looked like until I looked it up on the internet.
Yeah, if any of my family
that
members were selling something old like that, I would just be like, okay, I'm on my way. What do you want to look at? No, I'm just going to come fucking get it because there's nothing like that around anymore.
Oh, yeah.
One of my cousins has a plum crazy 70 Barracuda. It's been sitting since I was a kid. They're cousins that are older than me. When I had my tow business when I was probably in my early 30s, I went over and towed it from the house he lived in outside. It was stored outside. He didn't live outside. I towed it from that house outside and towed it to his new house and put it in the garage, and it's still sitting there. And,
oh, wow.
So I saw him 2 days ago over at my grandma's. They were coming over to visit. I was like, man, when are you ever going to do with that car? He's like, I don't know. I don't think I can. I was like, if you want to sell it, I was like, you fucking call me first because I want it. Because I rode in that car when I was a little kid when his other sibling owned it, which she has passed on, And my dad painted that car. The last time it was painted, my dad's the one that painted it plumb crazy. So it's like, I want that car. I don't care what engine's in it. I don't care what shape it's in. I remember the last time I saw it. I'm just going to go get it,
Yep.
Because I don't want it to go to nobody else.
One of my dad's friends, when he got into cars, the guy passed away, but he bought a 69 Dart Swinger, and it was rough. And he brought it home, and it's wearing Hemi orange paint, which was a code paint for 1970, right?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I got the fender tags. The guy said this is kind of an oddball option car. So I get the fender tags, looking at everything, and right there it has a paint code for Hemi orange, which wasn't an option for 69.
Really?
Right?
Wow.
And so we had paperwork, got a hold of the original owner, and this guy, same thing, got back from Vietnam, and it was late, and there was still he could still get a 69 made, and he wanted Hemi orange, and they called, and they actually had the car painted, and it's a Swinger 344 speed with like zero options other than the 391s and hood pins. Everything else was like delete and orange paint.
Cool.
and it was from like the state of Washington or something like that. And like the guy talked about like, oh hey, you might want to check the rear end ratio, and I changed it. And it had been changed over the years a few times, but like one of the first things he did was put like super steep gears in it, headers. And the odd thing is the headers the guy bought were still with the car, but they were in the trunk, and did all that speed stuff. And all he did was take that thing out and street race it.
That's cool. Well, that's like that rear end that Travis got, man. That was a gold mine there, wasn't it, Travis?
Oh yeah, that was a big score.
That's freaking crazy, dude.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because you can't catch one of those third members with a shear grip for under $800 right now.
Yeah. If you can find the damn thing.
Right.
Let's see.
It's not hard to. It's easy to find, but it's hard to pay for on some of that crap.
Right.
Patrick's car is a convertible, has AC and power vent wings. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I found the oddball crankshaft. It's a 360 crank for a 318 or a 340.
Oh, okay.
So it makes like a 348 or something out of a 318.
Oh yeah, I was gonna look up that motor for you. That oddball 303 Chrysler from a 318 that had the crazy heads.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna unplug my headphones and listen to on my speaker. I'm gonna run in the other room. Just keep on going.
But you can get from Mancini Racing. You can get one of these forged crankshafts for a 318 for $861.
Oh wow!
Plus tax.
Yeah, plus tax. It's a 4340 steel forged crank.
That's why I'm glad I just got to keep my two running. Saying everybody's got all these builds and they got all. Go get it, fellas. I just keep mine running.
It gets expensive.
Yeah, I gotta get ready to build that 440 out there.
All right, hey Travis, do you have a computer in front of you or something you can look up on?
Yeah, I'm on the computer.
Look up 1969 Plymouth Westlake dual overhead cam V8.
So, okay, Plymouth
Westlake, Weslake.
Westlake engine, dual overhead cam V8.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Just a little bitty pictures are intriguing me.
Yes, it's insane. And like a couple of these have surfaced for.
What are we looking up? I can put it up there. Westlake.
Yeah, look up Westlake 318 dual overhead cam.
It's like a baby. It kind of looks like a baby Hemi.
It's insane, man.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I want one of these so bad, and like some have actually come up for sale.
Really?
And, yeah, but the thing is like, where are you ever going to get parts for it? You know, like the internals, okay, but like.
Right, and like this one I'm looking at now, the distributor comes out the front.
It's an insane motor.
This is not coming up right. I'm looking at this. Show me fucking Westlake tires. It's because I look up tires all the time.
See, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of those.
Yeah, it's not working.
Those small block Hemi heads.
Yeah, those are kind of neat. Yeah, this motor is so intriguing. It is crazy.
And the pictures I'm looking at here, it looks like it's got fuel injection on it.
It is, and it's like a Hillborn style injection.
Right.
But there's no intake manifold. It goes direct into the port.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's like direct injected, which would have been really weird in '69.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen, we are at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, I gotta get out here. I gotta go pick somebody up from work. So
I know I gotta go to bed so I can be adult tomorrow and go to work. But not that I.
Oh, I'm expecting a rain day tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool. I might do the same. Nah, I gotta go.
No,
I'm just hoping Hunter gets to his destination tomorrow. So
I'm playing
Yeah.
sick on Friday because Brian from Dust Devil's coming down to see.
oh, cool. I'm hoping we're gonna go camping this weekend. It's Mother's Day and we can
Oh
go
shit,
camping
it
and
is,
I can
isn't it?
Oh shit!
yeah. I'm
Sweet.
glad I'm glad I
Oh, shit.
reminded you guys that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I say. I think my daughter's birthday was coming up. Ugh, Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
maybe I'll buy her a carburetor for Mother's Day this year.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll buy mine one too. No, I won't do that. I'll buy her a wiring harness. How about that?
That's
There
pretty
you
good.
go.
It's a good trade off.
No, I'll just
It's better than a bowling ball.
yeah, it'll be cool. We could make her breakfast at the campground and take the dog. She'll be fine. Maybe it'll get her mind off of Hunter going away. So
Yeah, it's gotta be rough.
She'll be all right.
yeah, she's fine. My wife is. I mean, obviously, if you look who she has to fucking put up with, she's a pretty tough gal.
Well, you're going to get it all now.
yeah,
Well, you just talk to her and say, listen, I know all the kids are gone, but this is gonna be like when we first moved in together before we had kids.
Well,
That's right.
the problem is we had a kid when we first moved in.
Yeah.
we started really early. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just think of it this way. Now you can walk around the house naked.
No, we still have one here.
Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah, my daughter's still here. So, but when we're camping, we can do whatever we want.
Lock the door.
Right.
Well,
right.
Well, just let me know where you're camping. I don't want to walk up
Yeah,
on
I want to see
anything.
no weird shit. Yeah.
Leave a handkerchief on the doorknob.
Yeah.
exactly. So, but I do appreciate you guys. It was been fun.
Oh, it's been a blast. I needed this
Definitely.
day because I had a little stressful day today. So
Yeah, me too. Like I said, you guys settled me down. Ken got me on the right track to quit fucking overthinking my wiring issues and
yeah. Keep
I'm
it
just
simple.
OCD about that shit because I do it every day. So then I'm like, oh, I'm doing it for myself. So if I fuck up, it's not any big deal. But I'm in that mindset where like I have to do it right, or
Or you light it on fire.
that could happen too.
I used to do a lot of woodworking, man, and like I at the time where I used to live, I think my neighbors thought I was nuts because if I didn't like it, I would go out in the yard and light it on
burn
fire.
it, yeah,
Right there, yeah.
yeah. I want to when I get it running, I want to go see if I can break this rear end that's in this thing, and I want to do some fire burnouts. I told my dad that.
Is it one of those 7.5?
Yeah, it's a 7.5. So I don't think I'll have any problem breaking it because I don't think it has any oil in it either. So I'm like, hey, Dad, we're going to take the truck, the trailer to Mexico, and I want to put some gasoline down. I want you to light it. I want to do a big fucking burnout and just break this bitch. And he's like,
oh, man.
I'm on.
You're getting a million views. You're getting a million views on that one.
I tell my dad this shit, and he just shakes his head. Well, I'll be out of town that weekend, and it's like, oh no, you're not.
My dad would be rolling a joint like, yeah, let's go.
Let's rock and roll.
My dad's an old hippie, man.
Let's go tear this shit up.
He don't give a fuck anymore.
Where's Willie?
yeah. Willie and my dad probably smoked together.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys. It really.
If you ever want to confuse the young hipsters, if you have to work with any and they start going off on all the green stuff in the world,
No,
I'm going. I work from home 99.9% of the time, but I just love it because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go green. I'm like, yeah, I am too, the Willie Nelson way, and they have no idea, and they're like,
whenever
that
they say
up.
I'm going green, I'm like, yeah, me too, bro, 420.
Yeah,
and they're like,
they just don't. They have no idea. They have no idea.
No,
the day after I retired.
I work with mechanics and construction workers, so
I just like confusing people like that.
Well, I fuck with those guys all the time, but they love it anyway. My guys, yeah, I'm their dude anyway. So, and most of them, I fucking love them. I get upset because some of them, I get used to them and then they fucking move on. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I call them my work kids, because I'm the old fart now, and I actually got one of my work sons back in the shop, because. And I was telling him, I'm like, those guys at those big truck places, they're just fucking pencil whipping you. You're not going to make any more money. And, well, I got to try, for my family. So I was like, okay, I'm just And I'm not an "I told you so" guy. I'm not. I just like when he came back, I was just like gave him a hug. I'm like, I'm glad you're back. He's like, but aren't you guys going to scold me? I was like, no, I'm not your dad.
By coming back, he got an ass whooping.
Yeah, you took your ass whooping. Yeah.
Well, my dad told me one time. He says, a lot of times why the grass is greener on the other side is because it's filled with bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah.
That's it.
That's
too.
what my papa always said. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. Well, like I said,
I'll let you get off here,
I
Jason.
appreciate you guys a bunch. So have a good
Oh,
You
it's
guys
been a
have a
blast tonight.
and I will see you whenever we see you next.
Yep.
Probably within the next, less than a week, because somebody's going to have something going on.
Something will happen.
Yep.
3
Oh,
a.m.
yeah.
Travis goes live.
Hey, we're
I
down.
doubt that's gonna happen.
Yeah. It might with me one day this summer.
Yeah, Jeffro might say, "Oh, random live."
Yeah, random live, 3 o'clock in the morning.
And be out there
Yeah,
watering.
I might actually do the live, maybe a live tomorrow when I'm putting the engine in the truck.
There you
All right.
go.
Yeah, let us know, man.
Well, what time would that be?
Probably afternoonish,
Yeah, let me know. I
3-4 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm on my way home at 3:30. I clock out at 3:30. So yeah, fuck
And
yeah,
you're an
man.
hour ahead of me, so
Yeah. So I'll be good. Yep. I'll be out in the garage farting around with my junk if the weather's good.
I just gotta set up my camera and my laptop together, and
Yeah. Yep.
this whole camera up here ain't gonna be enough.
I was gonna do out in the garage tonight with my phone, but the garage is all fucked up. So maybe I'll get home and clean it up tomorrow.
But anyway, I'll get off here, guys, because like I said, I gotta run and go pick her up from work. So
all right, man. Take care. See you.
See ya.
Travis.
Later, guys. I had a blast tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Say good night, Gracie.
Yeah. Good night, Gracie. Thanks for everybody who was in the chat. My mods. Everybody was in here with me. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Mm-hmm.
Rob's off tomorrow. Make him do my chores. So
there you go.
As always,
right.
Don, I appreciate you, brother.
All right. Take care, Jason.
Yeah, you too, man. Everybody else.
You can hang up now.
Yep. Get out there and fix something.
All right,
catch you on the flip side.